This is Danny from Metal Temple. Today I'm interviewing at Triaxis at SOS Festival. So how are you all good? How are you all doing?
Hello, good, thank you.
We're good.
Yeah, well, I've obviously you returned last night. You played your headline this time. So how is it headlining, coming back and everything?
Cool. It was really good. Really good. Had good fun.
Nice to be on before they didn't have the Friday night at SOS, so it was really cool to see how it would go.
Friday,
be the first person to headline at SOS on a Friday.
So it's your first person to headline that stage on this particular time of day. So
Yeah, we weren't sure with the turnout. You know, we weren't sure how the Friday was going to be. Obviously, we've been here on a Saturday before and a Sunday, I think. Oh, it's always a Saturday. But I don't know. Yeah, so
you never know, because the traffic we had coming up. We don't know if other people are like, oh, traffic, can't get there. Never mind.
But no, it was packed, and we were thrilled with the response.
Yeah, unfortunately I missed it, but I heard it was pretty good when I was speaking to people just as I'm coming in now. So yeah. I mean, obviously you got a new record out this year. It's been out for a few months, called 0 Hour. How do you think it's been received so far, and how did the writing process and everything go for it?
The feedback we've had. I've had Haribo, so I'm like,
oh no, sugar crash! Quick, get her talking now.
The feedback we've had from fans has been excellent. Everyone's been very complimentary. A lot of fans posting their favourite songs up, telling us what they've enjoyed about it. So it's been really, really good. Yeah, really well received.
Obviously, just looking at the track list, I've noticed there's some tracks that sort of like give you some indication of what the lyrical themes are and what the inspiration is. Like obviously there's Queen of the Iceni and Ministry of Truth, but so what's the main inspiration for the lyrics and the themes in the album?
Like an overarching theme for the album.
There isn't one. It's not like a concept album in that sense, but the songs vary in that some of them have a very strong lyrical theme that might be based on history or myth or whatever, and then others are purely fictional or more circumstantial, like kind of just about feelings and thoughts rather than it being about a story. But we do like songs that have a bit of a story and something to tell,
I think if there's any one theme that sort of brings out more than any other, it's war.
Death.
Which oddly enough, all our albums seem to have.
Yeah, there's a lot of war and death. Yeah. Why can't it be like cake and death?
Cake or death.
Cake or death.
Thank you, Eddie Izzard.
Brilliant. I was just wondering who that was. I was like, Eddie Izzard. I was like, I recognised it. Yeah.
Cake or death.
Oh, it'd be cake.
Or like we're all out of cake. Thank you for Flying Bridge Showers.
Well,
the
album names.
Yeah. So
stuff. Yeah. So some of them were had kind of stories and stuff behind them. Obviously, like 0 Hour is like a whole story, totally fictional. Made up by us. And then others were based. Like we've got like Lest We Forget, which is
based from World War I and inspired by an ancestor of mine. So
there's some more kind of serious tones to some of the songs, and others are a bit more like, I don't know,
Stand Your Ground's a bit more fun.
Yeah.
They've got a bit of a boogie beat going.
Yeah, boogie beat. Terraforms are to do with space exploration and stuff. So there's a mix really.
different ideas.
Yeah.
Future and the past.
Future, past, and present.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome. I mean, obviously you said that it was pretty crowded last night, and every time that you do come to Manchester you tend to sort of fill the place out. Like I've seen you at Grand Central a few times and you always seem to get a massive crowd in. So do you kind of consider Manchester one of your main fan bases?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, almost more than like Wales and in Cardiff. It's always seemed like most of our gigs around here.
It changes over the years. It's changed. Obviously in the very early days when you're starting up, you play your local area to death. Don't you? So in the very early days where it was like Swansea, Cardiff, Newport, Valleys, Bridgend, repeat that, Llanelli, maybe we got across the bridge to Bristol. Wow, and then you kind of like start.
For a while.
Then it was all about Birmingham. Then it was like all about London, and then now it's Manchester and Belgium. They're like
weird combination. You normally think of like Manchester and say Leeds or somewhere to come together.
There's a bunch of like guys who they've got a strong connection with a lot of the bands that kind of come from here as well, and they come over for SOS, and so that was a good link for us when we started to tour out in Europe, that we could kind of they'd seen us, they'd come over here and seen us, and then when we played was it Brighton, where were we?
Hastings.
And we were surprised to see a couple of Belgian fans turn up for the gig because they'd come across for the day, and we were like, wow, you travelled like all the way from Belgium, like
from another country.
That was a real first. We've had people travel quite far, but I think that one wins.
Yeah, that one wins.
I've noticed it like that when there's a lot of people coming from around to this festival. There's a lot of people who've come from all over, like you said, Belgium and Germany and stuff. I think I've met a couple of people from France as well, so obviously it's kind of like a nice mix here.
It's a great festival. Great organisers. The bands are always fantastic. We're lucky enough to play with some, friends that other bands are playing. Like last night we had Colobus and Vice, both, and like Kill or Cure, bands that we've played with before. So there's always a good feel when we come and play SOS.
Well, obviously you've played all over the place with different bands and stuff. So is there any bands that really have stood out to you that you think you're probably gonna would you want to recommend to people listening to the interview?
At SOS or in general?
Just in general.
In general, there is a band called Endeavour. Pretty cool.
You could see that Chrissy is sporting an Endeavour t-shirt.
Yeah, they're from Bristol. They're like a progressive metal band. They're relatively new. They put out an EP recently. They supported us at our album launch, and they kicked ass. Also, our album launch was Colobus, who are Manchester-based and kicking ass all over the place. Primitai, who are a Reading-based band. I was sporting a Primitai t-shirt yesterday. They're a wicked UK metal band.
Bullet Stampede.
Rain of Fury. We've got loads of bands that we love, Evil Scarecrow, which everyone knows and loves,
They're always brilliant.
Yeah.
Obviously, now that you've finished here, what are you doing touring-wise? I know you're playing Sheffield today, and what are your plans for future touring and everything?
It's a build-up to Bloodstock now, so Bloodstock's not far away, and we cannot wait for that. That's going to kick ass.
Unfortunately, we've had to pull out of tonight's Sheffield gig because our drummer has had an injury. Like yesterday. I managed to play through it last night, but just so much suffering and tears. He couldn't deal with another one, and so we just said, I'm really sorry, guys.
The last thing we wanted to do was pull out from headlining SOS, and so he just kind of took some man-up pills and got on with it. But yeah, he's pretty painful.
He's a broken man today.
And he's got a long drive.
Yeah, we got a 6-hour drive back. Well, it took 6 hours to get up. It'll probably take that to get back. But
yes, the M6 is shut.
It's not a serious injury or anything, is it?
It'll take a few weeks probably to get better, but it's just very painful at the moment. It's like a muscle, muscle or something. It's just, it's not what you need when you're doing like double kick pedals. Leg injury. If it's anyone else in the band, we could have coped. But as a drummer, you need all your limbs, and as a metal drummer, it's very energetic, and he'll be fine. It's just one of those unfortunate things, and he did it picking up one of his drums to tune it. So he's a really active guy. He does a lot of fitness and stuff. So it's just unfortunate. So he'll be okay. Be full fitness for Bloodstock. That's what matters. That's the focus right now. So
you're playing the Sophie stage at Bloodstock, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you're one of the bigger ones, the second biggest stage. So what can people expect from your show? What sort are you going to bring out stuff from the new album or?
Oh, definitely some tracks from the new album.
30 minutes set, so it's just going to be full on, go for it, because we've got 30 minutes to just melt some faces. Just be chock full of songs and lots of energy, and we're just so excited about going back to Bloodstock, so it'll show.
Finally, the final question is: do you have any messages for any fans and people listening?
Yeah, just say thank you very much for the continued support, and we couldn't do it without them.
We love you guys. We hope to see you very soon at some shows with future gigs. See you at the bar after the gig.
Well, thanks for your time as well, and like I said, good luck at Bloodstock as well.